All right, welcome. I'm Dennis with Man of Legacy, and I want to talk about some of the different kinds of betrayal because I've had three conversations in the last week and a half, and I keep hearing men downplay emotional affairs, financial infidelity, because it wasn't a physical affair, there wasn't sex involved, and it is a huge mistake. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And there is down below a link if you're having struggles in your relationship, you want to have a free coaching session, give me a call. But do not downplay these other infidelities. An emotional affair is the gateway to physical affairs and divorce. My first wife had an emotional affair, and we ended up divorced. I remember Pastor coming out after he'd talked with her. We were doing counseling because she was playing the game, the image game, wanting to look good. He goes, "This is going to be a tough one." And I didn't know what I know now, that she was done. She'd already found a replacement, and she had no actual desire to reconcile. So it would have been nice to know that, but I didn't know what I didn't know back then. That's part of why I help men now. So you have the emotional affair that ends up leading to the divorce, the disconnection from their partner, because if they are emotionally bonded and attached to one man, they can't be the same with another. So once they engage, it is actually worse than an indiscriminate one-night roll in the hay, in my opinion. Okay, there's a lot of issues. It's all bad, but trust me. Also, we hear women get upset when they get caught. They don't, when the husband says, well, you've got to cut all contact. And if they argue that, be done with them. Understand that is a very basic non-negotiable. Okay. Now, worse or equally worse is financial infidelity. I have talked with men for the last couple of years who get hit with surprise credit card debt by their ex. I talked to a man this week whose wife lost two of their cars due to title loans because of some addiction she had. Again, the not being aware of the situation or not making sure things are in that you're aware of what's going on with the finances. I'm a big believer in the Dave Ramsey. You both need to know what's going on. But the women taking out loans without telling you, women opening up credit cards, or worse, I've known moms who have opened up credit cards in their kids' names and did identity theft. And of course, the kids didn't want to prosecute. Anyone ever does that, you need to prosecute. I don't care if it's your mom. I don't care if it's your wife. If she forges your name and opens an account with you as a signer and it's not your name, use that as leverage in the divorce. Prosecute. Have her held responsible for those debts and wait until you get the divorce processed. Okay? So do not look at, well, it wasn't a physical affair, it wasn't a big deal. These are big deals. Every one of these scenarios, an emotional affair or financial infidelity, is a catastrophic threat to your marriage. It is putting it at risk, high risk of ending. It is putting you in financial harm's way with the financial infidelity. And if you do not nip the emotional affair and work through that, it's going to lead to a divorce or a physical affair. Okay? So something to keep in mind, gentlemen. Don't dismiss it because it wasn't a physical affair. It is a huge mistake, and we see it all too often. All right? Guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.